Welcome back, everybody. We're here at the East Tackle Box, and I got inventory that I have to go through, and I wanted to share it with you guys. There's a lot of stuff here that's really cool that we're gonna make available on our store on eBay, and even here, if you want to reach out to me and send me a message or whatever, I can always talk to you about whatever you see that we have on here. This is gonna be more of a walkthrough of some of this stuff. I mean, this is awesome stuff, man. I got some new old stock Heddon items that are really cool colors, and I wanted to share some of this stuff with you guys so that y'all can see what's coming up on our eBay store. And if you see anything that you want, y'all can holler at me before then. But at the same time, I'm also going to share with you guys something about these Heddons and their crazy cool boxes that you find here and there, that contain mishaps, typos, wrong lures, stuff like that. I love that stuff. So let's get right into it. I was going to show you guys, first of all, one of these boxes that we received. When we opened this up, we were like, just awestruck because some of these lures are really cool, and you see them for sale here and there. Sometimes I've seen some on eBay Marketplace and things like that. But when you get to get a lure that's brand new in the box from the year it was made, and it just had never been fished, never had been opened, I think for the most part, we try to, if we're gonna sell it, we're gonna sell it just as is. So we try not to open them up and mess with them and take pictures and all that stuff. A lot of times you'll see me just take the picture of the box, all angles, so you can see how it is going to be shipped to you. But we don't open them up. That's for the person that pays for them to do. And I just get a kick out of this stuff because some of these items, if you take a look at them, um, they are so cool, so clean. I'm just going to start off with these right quick. Now, if you're a topwater fisherman, like a lot of the guys that I know love topwater fishing, but they also carry their boxes of crankbaits for whatever they're doing, underwater and all that stuff. I love to topwater fish. I use all the torpedoes, the Sarah Spooks, the weedless 210s, and all that stuff. I love that stuff. But if you have never fished one of these, this is an awesome lure to try. This is a Heddon brush popper, and I wanted to show you these because I got 7 of them sitting here in front of me, and they are all brand new, old stock. Like this one here, you can see it says yellow spots, red. Okay, well this one, I'm gonna open it up because they've got the label broken on there, but it's brand spanking new. It has never been used. It has never been removed from the box, fished with, or anything like that. You can see, since it's open, that I wanted to show you the condition. I mean, it's just an amazing little piece. It's brand new like the day that it was made, and it's a hell of a topwater fishing lure. It actually catches the bass. I have one that I take in my tackle box, and it's in the frog pattern, and that one I would never sell because I collect those. But this one here, that's an amazing part. Brand new from the year it was made. What is it, 1973, I think, 72. This guy has been in this box, has not been opened, but it comes with a bunch of brothers and sisters. Here you go, a little pink one. Let me see, I think this one doesn't have the label, but it's also brand new in the box there. And to me, is one of the coolest colors in Heddon. A very classic color. The brush popper in bone. Look at that beautiful lure. Yep. All of these are brand new in the box. Like I said, they've never been fished. Here's a good example of one that's completely sealed, closed. Can't open it because the lid right there is still attached. And you can see the hanger tab has not been pushed out. That's a black scale. And that's what it's marked. Black scale. So that's going to be another goodie right there. Somebody's going to get to open that one up. It ain't going to be me. Here's another one of the same. The yellow one with the red spots. This one has the tag on there. Beautiful. But this one here has an intro box with the sticker on there. And it's in a great color right there. That's a rare one as far as the color goes, or a little bit more sought after. And I'm gonna just show you. I think this one you can push open. Yep. Oh man, this was beautiful. I swear I would keep it if I didn't already have a bunch of other lures. Check that out. That's a beautiful color. And what I like about these is it and I've caught some bass with it. I should have taken a video, but it actually fishes kind of like a crankbait because I've let it drop and then I bring it at a certain depth like that, and it tends to try to run up. But if you slow down and let it drop again, you can fish it like a crankbait, or you can fish it a little bit faster through the weeds, and that always yields a big old boom from a bass that's hungry as soon as it sees it pass by. But those are a couple of the topwater brush poppers that we got that we're going to list on eBay. So if you're not already following us over there, follow us if you want to get in on this. And hey, you never know. I mean, you can add some really cool stuff to your stash. Now, I'm not done yet because I got a couple of runts here that are really cool. These right here are both brand new, both in box. Bam, look at that color on those. And you know what? I believe this is a tough color on that model of lure. You see how it's got that deep diving fluorescent colored lip? That one's an orange on the top and that one's a fluorescent pink on the bottom. And look at the belly on this sucker. This one's sealed complete, so I can't open that to show you anything on there except for that. But this one over here, let me see, this one slides open. And so this one, you can also see it's brand new. It's never been used. So this is considered a new old stock that we're going to make available to all you guys out there. All you collectors. All you collectors, period. Because I know some ladies that collect some of these Heddons that have some amazing collections. Now, here's another one that came in that box that I thought was really cool to show you guys. A lot of times I get people that ask me about this. Why is everything on it gold? Well, if you notice, this is the Golden Classics. They were celebrating their 100th anniversary, and in 1993 they released a couple of models like this. You can see the date on the back there, copyrighted 1993. And so all of the ones that they put out in this package for the Golden Classics had all that hook hardware and all the lip and everything gold plated. It's really cool. So if you find any of those, you know, you might want to start a collection of something like that. I know Donnie Shingler here in East Texas, he has some really cool Golden Classics like that, and he can tell you more about those because he's got tons of these gold-plated hardware ones and the torpedoes, the Lucky 13s. There's a lot of them. I'm not sure how many all models they have, but I know that a lot of people do collect those. Now, speaking of runts, there's so many different boxes that these suckers came in throughout the years. I have three different boxes here and one on a card. Let's see, let me show you real quick. One box. See the banner up there? Different style. This one's 1970s. This one is 70s on a torpedo, clear. And all of these are brand new, old stock. They're all correctly marked. This one's a perch, so it would be a L. And this one here is really cool because this came out in the 70s, I think 72, 73, and it had the diamond box, but this redhead blended like that. I think it was only for 2 years or 3 years, and so I always look for that runt with the blended paint job like that because it's different from your regular cut, you know, cut line on that redheads. I don't have any here that I can show you right now, but I'll show y'all some of those later. This card here, instead of a box, this one was carded, and it's a River Runt XRS. You can see the model number and everything back here. So 9400 XRS, and so this is your most common color on the Heddon River Runt. But it's always cool when you can get something like this with the tag and nice, not crushed, and it's all new old stock that one can add to their collection as you go. Now this one here got my attention because if you notice the other boxes that I showed you, like let's say like this one here, it says on there James Heddon Sons, Dowagiac, Michigan, and same thing on the other side. Well, this one here says Kitty, and I'm thinking this had to do with something in Canada. What does it say there? See, and you can tell that, yeah, that's what it is. It was distributed by another distributor, and it's a different box tag on there, but it's still Heddon River Run, Heddon theme, everything. It's new old stock. It hasn't been opened. It's all labeled correctly. But I guess that was another distributor, and yeah, it's in Canada. Like, there you go. So that's pretty cool. Now, I did find a very cool gem. This, I believe, is an original because it has, yep, something that gives you a telltale of an original Heddon Magnum torpedo. See that little dot right there? That's how you know that this is the original old style. There's some other ones that don't have that dot there. This one here is a very, very tough Heddon Magnum torpedo in the striper, natural striper at that. I'll show you the tag. Oh, the top of it is not there, but you can see where it says, barely see where it says it on there. Right here, on that little end of the tab. This one is a very tough lure to find, especially boxed. So as far as this goes, I wanted to keep this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and make it available to Heddon Magnum torpedo collector. I got a couple of different torpedoes that I'm holding on to. Most of the other stuff that we have, like these, are a little bit newer because I believe these are from 2009. See these Magnum torpedoes? So those are different. You see how this one doesn't have the little hole that I was showing y'all right there on the front of the hooks? So these are the modern version of the older ones. And all of these are going to be listed for sale on there anyway. We are not collecting those Magnum torpedoes unless they're heading this way from Japan. Those are the ones that I'm collecting. Now I also have some collectors that collect miniature scale of everything. I've had some guys that specifically ask me for the tiny torpedoes, the teeny Rebels, the smallest little Cordell cranks, everything in miniature. And you know what? One day when I was talking to one of them, I said, "Man, do you not collect the other versions of that same model, the other sizes? You know, the higher ounces, the bigger ones?" He says, "No, you know what? I like collecting the tiny river runs because they're so small and they don't take up so much space. I can fill up a whole little shadow box and it's a small whole collection of the same tiny little models." And I thought about that and I was like, you know what, that's a really cool idea, because if you, let's say you live in a home where it's, you know, reduced space and you just have your area, well, those little collections of tiny river runs, the little Zera pooches and stuff like that, the teeny torpedoes, man, that is an awesome idea. You can save space and still have your little displays and things like that and not be completely overwhelmed by your collection. Yeah, you look at that stuff behind me? Yeah, sometimes it's kind of hard to get in and out of this place, especially when you start looking around and seeing all the lures and then trying to make your way out. It just drags it on forever. Now let me show you a couple of other ones that I wanted to run by here, just because if you see this video and you see something on here that you like, you can send me a message or comment on here or whatever, and I'll reach out to you and we'll communicate. I've done it before with a couple of you guys here, and y'all know, and I'll make these available to you before they hit the eBay store. So as long as we can come up with the fair price, we can do something. See that? That's a really nice Heddon tiny floating torpedo. And I mean torpedo, what in the world? I'm thinking about the torpedo over here. This one actually has the box upside down, but look, it's a river run, and it's a tiny river run at that, so it doesn't take up so much space like you were just saying, and it's correctly marked to the box on a Coach Dog pattern. 340 is the model, tiny river run. Here's another one. This one comes in a shad color with the orange eyes. Let's see if I can pop this one out. Yep. See the code on there? That's for your shad, tiny river runt, and that's the color that they have on that sucker. It's like a gray color, but it looks pretty cool. I like it. It looks real clean. Now, let me see what else we got here. This one is special because you don't see that color much. That's a nickel plated chrome river, tiny river runt. Look at that. Tiny river runt in full nickel plate. Well, I don't see a tag on this one either with the color. It would read NP, but it is a boxed river runt, tiny river runt that is going to also be available as soon as I get them listed on there. Now we got the classic and ever iconic color Black Shore that I know a lot of Heddon collectors that collect this color. Well, this is a model 340 tiny floating river runt, and it's correctly marked, brand new, hasn't never been used. So all of those that I'm showing you right there have never been run through the water. Now this one is questionable, unless it just got humidity or something, but you see where the back end of it is, it looks like it's got some humidity inside of it. I'm not sure. That's how we got it. It's a little tiny torpedo. That's your 340, and that's marked C for clear. 1/4 ounce class of weight. This one's your 3/8 ounce, also clear, baby torpedo. All of those are all going to be listed here shortly. Now I did get got a really cool piece here, and I wanted to show y'all, just because, like we said, Heddon used to do some crazy stuff when they were transitioning and put some boxes together and this and that. Well, this one here is a crazy crawler, yellow redhead, and that's what it's marked for right there, yellow redhead. But when I was going through this, I was like, I wonder if this tab comes off, and I looked. That box was originally for a Heddon Big Butt, you know, those little Budweiser cans, and you can tell, look, it hasn't been opened. I haven't messed with it. It hasn't been opened up. It's completely closed still, and on this side it's still sealed, but look what it reads. So you got a Heddon Crazy Crawler redhead in a Big Butt box. How do you like that? That was, you know, kind of the things that happen sometimes as they shipped it in and out of different boxes and all that good stuff. They used up whatever inventory they had left. In this case, they used the box for a Big Butt to house a yellowhead crazy crawler, and I think that is a pretty rare, pretty cool piece, and I'd like to see that one, I don't know, go to a new home where somebody collects that kind of stuff. I have some here. I have other oddities here that I'm keeping, but you know, I don't do crazy crawlers that much. Now this one here, I wanted to share with you guys, because this one, if you notice, it's stenciled on there. It says Heddon Chugger Jr., but if you look closely, right below it, it says Heddon Chugger at the bottom, and it's painted over with yellow. This guy here was, or could be, a different color underneath, and so this makes it a nice little collectible that I'm not sure I want to get rid of, because it is a frog pattern, but I might consider it. I'm not sure yet. We're gonna think on that one. Here goes another one that I wanted to share. This one is a what is it, 935 model, and it's the Heddon Popeye Headhunter, but this is the deeper diver, and it says on here LC for natural perch, but the title on there says Tiny Hunter Head, and that's not the way it was supposed to be. So somebody did a typo type thing on there. That's a really cool lure. Look at the color on that and the scales and stuff like that. You can see a little bit of it. I can't open it. This one's a sealed box. These are going to be sold just as is, completely sealed. Now here's an interesting one. This one I've had before, but I wanted to show y'all something, just because we were talking about these boxes that have these different markings and all that. This one here is a, what you guys might know as a Heddon hightail, but if you notice, the eyes are gold, and on the bottom there you can see a line right under where it says Heddon. Why is that? Well, let me tell you a little quick story. I'm not going to get into all the detail, but when Heddon first made this, they modeled it after another company, or the other company was doing it at the same time, and I guess beat Heddon with that. Theirs was called a top kick. Well, when Heddon put this one out, it was the Heddon top kick. And so right there where it's marked off right there, let me see if I can get this focus on here. Let's see, right there. Right at the bottom of this thing, it has a like a yellow band or a yellow mark of a tape and overspray. So they had to get these lures to come back in and then spray them again, but this time all they did was spray the yellow part at the bottom there and made sure that it covered that name so that they can get out of the lawsuit. With that, they were able to cover their butts for the lawsuit, and they put these out as just Heddon, marked it's just Heddon, and they shipped them out like that. But when they finally finalized all their situation, they moved on and transitioned to the one that says Heddon Hightail, and those are the ones that are more commonly found now. This one right here, that's a nice little piece that's probably going to stick around our frog collection for a good while. Now, I just wanted to invite you guys over to my eBay store. Follow us on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We got a couple of different groups that we manage and run over there, and we provide a lot of this stuff over there too. So if you haven't already done it, subscribe, like, whatever you got to do to keep us in your circle. We got a lot of good stuff coming, and it's going to continue to pour out of these boxes as we get them. We're going to provide a lot of this stuff out there for you guys to add to your collection, and I am looking forward to it. I hope that you guys are getting these lures in your hands and that you have the time or make the time to go out there and go fish with them, because in the end, that's what it's all about.